everyone, and welcome to day 2 of 7 days to self-love. Right, so today's very important topic is self-talk. How we talk to ourselves on a daily basis, 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year. Okay, the first thing I want to achieve through this video is helping you to become aware of the voices in your own head. Normally people seem to think that voices in your head means that you're a bit crazy. And if you talk to yourself, that's another sign of madness. We all have voices in our head, and it's actually really important to talk to yourself in a positive way. So really, this video could be titled The Voices in Your Head, but well, maybe that is a good title. Maybe I'll change it to that. Let me know what you think. So we're going to suddenly start talking to ourselves every single day, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So the words that come out of our mouth on a daily basis are really a manifestation of the thoughts and feelings inside our head. So if you flip it the other way around, if you start saying different things to yourself, it can actually affect how you think and how you feel about yourself too. So for the next 24 hours, what I would love you to do, suddenly become hyper aware of the thoughts that go around in your head about yourself, about the day that you're about to embark on, like the stuff that you have to do, or the stuff that you really get to do. How do you feel about all of that? And also think about how you react to stuff. How do you react when somebody doesn't open the door for you and barges past? Somebody compliments you when there's a red light. There's a bill that comes through your letterbox. How do you react to absolutely everything? Because probably 99, maybe even more % of what we do is habits. We just habitually react to everything. 10% is what happens to you, 90% is how you react to it. So if you become really hyper aware of how you're reacting to absolutely everything that's happening in your life, and if you want to change your situation, you want to change your life, you need to look at, first of all, how you're reacting to everything that's going on in your life, because if you reacted in a different way, you'd get a different outcome. Okay, so now hopefully after that, you are now aware that you have a choice of how you react to stuff every single day. There is not just one way of thinking about stuff and responding to things, even if it may seem like that because everyone in your local community or in your office or in your workplace or in your family, maybe everyone responds to life in the same way. That's not to say that there's not a better way that you could then start adopting. Imagine if you hung out with the people who you aspire to be. Maybe you're a musician and you would absolutely love to have a #1 hit record. Maybe you are a business person and you would absolutely love to be the most successful business in your industry. What if you took a second to imagine what it would be like to hang out with your idol for a day? Do you reckon that maybe they think a little bit differently to the people who haven't made it? Do you think that maybe they think about themselves and speak to themselves in a more positive way, in a way that actually, they're valuing themselves? Do you reckon that maybe that might be the trait that someone who's in the top 1% has? So the first step of this video is to get that awareness. I'm sure everyone's looking at this video for different reasons. Maybe you want to love your body more. Maybe you want to just love yourself more. Maybe you want to be more financially successful and you understand that you've got to value yourself before you can achieve that. Take a look at it from your perspective and look at what things you say to yourself that are probably not helping you. If you look in the mirror and you criticize the way that you look, do you think that's really helping you to feel more confident? If you are in business and before you go to bed, you focus on all of the stuff that you didn't achieve rather than focusing on all of the stuff that you did achieve, do you think that's really helping you? I'm speaking from personal experience here because I am in the process of rewriting and changing the way that I talk to myself, okay? I'm not speaking from a place where I'm like completely perfect and I've got all of this stuff sorted, okay? I'm talking about this because it's literally what I'm working on at the moment. So if we're constantly telling ourselves the same thoughts, the same feelings, and reacting to life in the same way, we end up brainwashing ourselves into believing that the world is the way that it is, or that our body looks the way that we think it looks, or whatever. So what that means, the good news is that you can brainwash yourself the other way. I know brainwash doesn't always sound like a really positive word, but if you have already brainwashed yourself into thinking that you don't deserve everything that you've ever wanted, that you're ugly, that you are incapable of doing stuff, you've brainwashed brainwashed yourself into believing that. So how about let's brainwash ourselves the other way? How about let's brainwash ourselves into thinking that we are so beautiful, that we are so powerful, that we deserve everything that we've ever wanted and more, that we are clever, we are smart, we are successful, we are productive, we are beautiful, and we're capable of becoming everything that we've always wanted to be. How about brainwashing yourself that way? Great. So now that we've got that covered, let's talk about the how. How do we reprogram our brain? How do we overwrite our thoughts that maybe we've been telling ourselves for years and start believing a different story? As you can imagine, this is going to require some repetitive consistency, and it's going to require some time to retrain your brain to think a different thought path. So what you can start incorporating into your daily routine is more positive self-talk. And that's where we come on to affirmations. An affirmation is essentially a positive statement about what you want to become or what you want to do or what you want to have, that you then start telling yourself on a regular, consistent basis, so that eventually you start to believe in that instead of believing in the fact that you're a failure and that you're rubbish and all of that stuff that you have been telling yourself, which we're now going to throw away. A key thing about affirmations is to say them in the present tense. You can keep it so simple. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am successful. I am productive. I love myself. I love my life. I love the things that I get to do today. I love these challenges that the universe is giving me. I love these growth opportunities, is a better word, that the universe is giving me. I love my body. I love my eyes. I love my nose. I love my skin. I love my eye bags. I love my hands. I love my fingers. I love my hair. I love my boobs. I love my tummy. I love my bum. I love my legs. I love my feet. Well, have you ever said that to yourself before? Do you think that maybe after a while that might start making you feel a bit better? Yeah, right? You might not believe it at first. This is a really crucial thing about affirmations. When you start telling yourself these things, you don't necessarily believe in them yet. That's the point. I was like, I am beautiful when I really didn't feel beautiful. I love myself. And I was like, where's this going? What you're doing is you're being your own cheerleader, okay? Imagine if somebody else started saying that to you for the first time in your life. First time in your life you've met someone who says to you, you are so beautiful, you're so amazing. And at first you're like, I find that hard to believe because no one's ever said that to me before. Who are you talking about? Because it certainly can't be me. But eventually, when you're being encouraged, when you're being supported, when you're being praised, when you're being loved and cared about and spoken about positively, eventually that's going to have some sort of positive effect on you. Don't you agree? Anywhere in your brain where you think that you could think a more positive and encouraging thought about yourself, go ahead and do that. You can create positive affirmations about how much money you are capable of earning every single month. You can create positive affirmation statements about the level of success that you are going to reach, and say it all in the present tense. Everything you're going to be doing is coming from a different place, from a better place, from a more confident place. The way that you drink your tea is going to be like how a successful person would drink their tea, not like how this person who has no self-belief drinks their tea, right? Every little thing adds up, and then there's a compound effect of how you speak. This is like what I was talking about yesterday. How you feel about yourself affects how you conduct yourself at a business presentation, how you conduct yourself at a date, and how that person will then think, oh, okay, this person should be treated with respect. All starts from what you're telling yourself 24 hours a day. So your task after watching this video is to write in the comments section below 2 positive statements about yourself. The first positive statement is going to be something that you already believe. So for example, if you believe that you're clever, go ahead and say, I am clever. And then the second affirmation that you're going to write down is something that you don't yet really believe about yourself, but you want to start believing that about yourself. So for example, if you don't believe that you are beautiful yet, but you want to start believing that you are beautiful just the way you are, then go ahead and write that as your second affirmation statement, I am beautiful. comment it below. I'd absolutely love to see a whole thread of comments of all of these beautiful things, beautiful people saying beautiful stuff about themselves. And don't just leave it there. Make sure you tell yourself that every single day, when you're on the bus, when you're brushing your teeth, before you go to bed, when you're in the shower, when you're going for a walk, wherever you are. Why not take the opportunity to speak good to yourself? Life is too short to be constantly criticizing, complaining, and moaning about yourself. Even if you believe that you deserve that right now, I hope you can see from this video that you could choose to believe a different story. For that reason alone, I hope you feel proud of yourself. I hope you value yourself even more than you did before watching this video. Now go ahead and apply it to your every single daily life. Bye everyone!